Thank you for joining me in Frugal Willie Mae's kitchen today. Today I want to do a product review on Lodge Cast Iron Cookware. I'm going to show you pros and cons. Some of the positives on the cast iron cookware is that it's completely flat on the skillets. That makes it cook evenly. The other thing is that it holds the heat longer. And so a lot of times after I have turned the eye of the stove off, my pan is still cooking a lot longer than the other skillets that I do use. I like the flatness of this. This one's really good for making pancakes, making pan bread, anything that you don't have to have a side to it in order to cook it. But I can cook it on the stove. I also can put it in the oven if I need to put it in the oven. I've used this many years just to cook bacon, eggs, sausage and eggs, ham and eggs, you name it, I've cooked it on this griddle. How do you know if you've got a Lodge cookware? When you've got a skillet or a pan like this, you will see their signature teardrop, and that is the indication. Now this one does have the Lodge logo on the back, and it just says Lodge USA, but they're actually made in Tennessee. This skillet has been a mainstay in my kitchen. I've cooked a big pan of fried chicken. I have cooked beef stew. I have cooked cornbread. I've cooked spaghetti, and it works for every one of them. I have baked things in the oven, and one thing that I don't know that people really realize, you can make cakes in these also, and it turns out really good. This one, I'm really happy to say, is I also can use it like a smaller Dutch oven with this lid that I had bought. Some way or another, one of these had a lid, and I lost it. I'm not sure if I gave it away or what the deal was. I found another one, and it fits this pan perfectly. It also fits on the larger, deeper skillet. I don't really own a real Dutch oven, which I may get that in the near future, but these work so that if I'm baking something in the oven, or if it's over an open campfire and I really want a big serving, I can use that skillet, or if I want to cook on the grill. Now, what I made this most of the time for this really large, deep one is for making spaghetti for a family of 5. And believe me, you can make enough spaghetti that there's leftovers sometimes not. Another great thing about this cast iron cookware is that you can hang this up in your kitchen. Some of the many ways that you can cook with these cookwares, especially the skillets, the large skillets, and the griddles. You can make casseroles, you can make spaghettis, you can make stews. Soft fried potatoes. This is a great one for doing soft fried potatoes, and you put a lid on top of it, and woo, it's very tasty. I have made French fries. I have made potato wedges, bacon in the oven. I have made cakes. I've baked, fried, or sauteed meats, baked or fried the fish. I've made soups, stews, barbecued meats, gravies, and sauces in these pans right here. There's nothing like the flavor of cooking in cast iron. I've also made biscuits, and I put that in the oven to cook my biscuits, and the cornbreads that I have put 3 different ways. This is my favorite because I'm going to make enough where I can freeze it. but I've made it in both of these pans, and in Thanksgiving time, I've made enough. I've used all three of these when I knew I was going to have a crowd coming, and I would make my cornbread in here and end up using this big pan and that big pan for the cornbread. For the, excuse me, the dressing, I misspoke. The dressing that you made. Some people call it stuffing, but we've never stuffed anything in my family. In the South, it's called turkey and dressing or chicken and dressing. One of the positives on cleanup of the cast iron skillet, after the pan is cooled down really good, I will have the tap water as hot as I can get it. I will take a stainless steel scrubber like this, and I will scrub out any particles that might have been, or residue that might still be in the skillet. I do the back, and I do the inside, and I do the bottom and the handle. Then after it's rinsed real good, I take a towel, and I will dry that really good. Once I have dried it, if it does need re-seasoning, I will do the re-seasoning. Re-seasoning is really easy. I did when I was at the Lodge factory store buy the seasoning, the cast iron seasoning spray, and you just spray a little bit. You don't have to have a whole lot. And I'll take an old washcloth or towel, and I will rub it around and make sure it's coated all on the inside. And then I'll flip it over and I'll wipe out all the excess. Now there's another way you also can season it if you don't have a seasoning spray. And seasoning spray is different than your cooking spray. You don't want to cook with this. I tried it, it didn't do. Another way that you can season it, which is what I've used for a lot of years, I would either put leftover bacon grease in here, and you just put a little bit. Make sure you wipe all around on the inside. You also can use Crisco or some type of vegetable shortening and do the same thing. Now a vegetable shortening works real good, and that's the solid kind, not the liquid. Once you put the shortening in there, or the bacon grease, with bacon grease you wouldn't have to do it necessarily, but the shortening you would. You want to sprinkle in some salt. And once you sprinkle salt in there, then you take your older towel or piece of towel or washcloth, and you want to rub it around really good. And that salt and that oil will keep it from sticking. Now I also rinse that out to get the salt out, and then I'll dry it really good. Drying it thoroughly will keep it from rusting. Cast iron, that's one of the cons. It will rust if you let moisture get to it, or if you don't dry it real good. But you can renew it, that's the positive. You can renew a cast iron skillet or pan or pot by washing it with soap and water if it's got rust on it. Get all the rust out that you can get out with that soap and water. And then you do the process, you dry it real good all around, and then you put the oils and the salt in there, and you can renew that. It'll come back like new. And I've had that happen. I've had it happen to this. I didn't show you the bacon press or meat press, maybe. I'm not sure, but I've had that happen to where I didn't really dry it real good, but you can see I've had this for a long time. You can see there's no rust on this because I was able to renew it. I've had a little bit show up in my cornbread stick pans, but as you can see, there's no rust in there now. And I've had it even on the back side, and I'm thinking, oh, I thought I dried that really good, but I didn't. Those are just a few tips. The other con is you cannot throw these in the dishwasher. I would never ever put it in the dishwasher because that's going to cause a rusting situation. And I don't want to get any more rust on my cookware as I have to. It's a process that would take you time to renew it again. You can do it, but it's not worth it. I'll just hand wash it myself, like I say, with hot water. If I were to get an odor, sometimes like if you do a dish that has garlic and it comes out with a lot of garlic flavor in the pan, you can smell that after you've cleaned it out, then I might put some detergent in there, but I normally don't put detergent on my cookware. I hope that you've enjoyed this product review on the Lodge Cast Iron Cookware. If you do enjoy videos like that, give me a comment and leave me some feedback on what you do enjoy. I would be glad to do a product review on other items. I do have a couple of other items that I'm going to do a product review on in the future. But if you have enjoyed this video, I hope that you will come back to see more. And I thank you for your support. I thank you for all of my subscribers. And I thank you for everyone who watches. And thank you for commenting and giving me a thumbs up. Hope you have a most wonderful rest of the day, and may God bless you.